Well, today in the best of, we are calling all paddlers. Steve, this is for you. Imagine exploring the Kitsap Peninsula surrounded by gorgeous scenery.
I can picture it.
Yeah.
I can picture it. But it's not all about exploration. Ride the Tide is also about making a meaningful impact. And joining us to continue the conversation this morning is John Kuntz, the founder of the Kitsap Peninsula National Water Trails and owner of the Olympic Outdoor Center. John, nice to have you with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm proud to be here and look forward to telling you all about Ride the Tide.
Glad you could join us today. So take us back to what started this event, including apparently your own adventure paddling the entire coastline of the peninsula for fun.
Yes, originally I did it for fun in 1996, which is quite a long time ago. But a friend and I decided to paddle around the entire Kitsap Peninsula. And at the time, I had no idea kind of what was out there and what the scenery was like and the animals. And so I paddled and it really made a huge impression on me. And in my mind, I decided that I would work to create a water trail around the entire peninsula.
Very neat. Very cool.
What the pictures too.
And the pictures are awesome. So as we mentioned earlier, Ride the Tide is so much more than an outdoor adventure. How does the event also bring attention to the National Water Trail, and why is it so important to put a spotlight on the trail?
So there's only a handful of water trails in the entire United States. At the time, there was less than 30 in 2014 when we were selected. And we were one of the longest trails and also the only saltwater trail. The water trail is part of a National Park Service program called the National Water Trail Program, which is actually a subset of the National Recreational Trail Programs, which most people are familiar with. For instance, the Pacific Crest Trail or the Appalachian Trail. So the trail, Kitsap's Trail, was selected because it was exemplary. It was unique. It had all kinds of incredible features that make it special. And so as a Washingtonian, I think everybody should feel that we have a special trail and we should take care of it. And Ride the Tide is all about celebrating the National Water Trail designation and connecting people back to the water.
Yeah, just making that connection with the water, right? And enjoying the views that are literally in our backyard. And I want you to tell us more about this Ride the Tide event. You know, if people sign up for that event on June 8th, what can they expect?
Well, they can expect to ride with the tide. Yeah, so we're paddling from Silverdale, Washington to Port Orchard, Washington. We're going through what's called Port Washington Narrows, which goes past Bremerton. The tide will be flowing out and it will be flowing like a river. I suspect it'll be about 5 to 6 miles per hour. So not a lot of work to paddle, but definitely a lot of fun. We're expecting upwards of 100 paddlers, and that includes not just kayakers, but paddleboarders, rowers, Native American canoes. So it's really a really fun event. And I hope that a lot of people will see it and also maybe participate and enjoy it.
What's your favorite part about the event and paddling in general?
I think what I like to go ahead of the group and kind of video certain parts. So there's two bridges that we pass under, and there's a place behind each bridge where you can actually put your kayak and not be in the current. So I like to watch them paddle past the bridge, so I'm stationary and they're moving, so it's a really cool effect, and that's one of the things that I really enjoy about the paddle.
John, for somebody who has done a little bit of paddling myself, and I've mostly been paddle boarding parts of West Seattle and Puget Sound and a couple of lakes around here, what is different about being out there on the Kitsap Peninsula paddling in terms of views, the feeling, that sort of thing, and why do you think it's such a special area compared to maybe some of the other areas around here?
Absolutely. We have one of the most spectacular marine environments in the world right here in Puget Sound. The Kitsap Peninsula is surrounded by the mountains, the Olympics on the west and the Cascades on the east. And so at any time when you're on the trail, you're going to have a spectacular view of something that's pretty cool. And then the chance to encounter marine wildlife, whether it's orca whales or harbor seals or a pod of porpoises. It's just an incredible place. I'm originally not from Washington State, so when I moved here, I was just taken back by the beauty and just everything about the water here.
It sure is beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, it sounds like an incredible event, and you had me at orcas. I'm going to make a trip over there to the Kitsap Peninsula.
Well, you definitely have the invitation, and I'd be glad to show you the water trail.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, John. You have a great one.
I love how your eyes
You
lit
bet.
up when he said orcas.